In the bustling trading town of Serafina, there lived a merchant's daughter named Luna, the eldest of 4 sisters born to the wealthy trader Barak. While her 3 younger sisters had all found loving husbands, Luna remained unwed due to her unusual appearance. She was remarkably tall and broad-shouldered, which the townspeople considered unfeminine. Local gossips would whisper that she was built like a fortress, and that no horse could carry her weight. The cruel rumors followed her everywhere she went. Merchant Barak and his wife felt deeply concerned about Luna's marital prospects. They had attempted to arrange several matches, but potential suitors always declined once they met her. Luna had resigned herself to spinsterhood, believing her unusual stature made her undesirable. She was convinced that any man who might accept her would only do so for her father's wealth, not for genuine love. Above all else, Luna dreamed of being cherished for who she truly was. Despite her sadness, Luna discovered solace in painting. She was incredibly gifted with a brush and would secretly create beautiful artwork in her private studio. During town celebrations, she would position herself on her balcony, overlooking the square, sketching the festivities below while remaining hidden from judgmental eyes. The annual harvest festival was approaching, bringing together merchants from 5 neighboring trading posts. The entire community buzzed with excitement for the festival. Some merchants polished their finest goods for display. Others prepared elaborate food stalls. Musicians tuned their instruments, and families planned their best outfits. Luna's only concern was finding a good vantage point where she could sketch the celebration without being noticed by the crowds below. She found an ideal spot on a quiet rooftop where she could see the main square clearly. As she began sketching the dancers below, she started humming a melody that matched their movements. Suddenly, she heard someone playing a flute nearby, perfectly harmonizing with her tune. She looked around but saw no one, yet the music continued. Following the sound, she discovered a young man sitting behind a chimney, playing a wooden flute with his eyes closed. When he opened his eyes and saw her, he smiled warmly. "Please don't stop humming," he said. "Your melody is beautiful." Luna immediately tried to flee, embarrassed at being discovered. The man followed her, easily keeping pace. "Please, leave me be," she said breathlessly. "I'm sure you have better things to do than mock me." The man looked puzzled. "Mock you? I heard your beautiful voice and wanted to accompany it with my music." Luna noticed his clothing bore the colors of a distant trading post. He was clearly a visitor. She apologized for her rudeness and offered to show him back to the main square. However, the man said he preferred to stay and continue their musical collaboration. Without waiting for permission, he began playing his flute again, nodding encouragingly at her. Luna found herself humming along, thinking there was no harm in sharing music with a stranger she'd never see again. After their impromptu performance, Luna thanked Mr. Musician for the lovely duet. "My name is Kai, not Mr. Musician," he replied with a laugh. She introduced herself and mentioned needing to return home, but Kai asked if she would meet him again tomorrow. Luna agreed, curious about this kind stranger. Walking home, she wondered why he had been so pleasant to her when most people found her appearance off-putting. She spent the night thinking about their encounter but tried not to hope for too much. The following evening, Luna returned to the rooftop. Kai was already there, and his face lit up when he saw her. They spent hours talking about music, art, and their dreams. Afterward, he played while she painted the sunset. This became their daily ritual. Days turned into weeks of secret meetings that became the brightest part of both their lives. Eventually, Kai revealed his feelings for Luna. Though she had suspected his affection, she hadn't dared believe it. She was overjoyed when he finally spoke, as she had fallen for him too. "I can bring my family on the next trading day to meet your parents," he suggested. Plans were made. Luna excitedly told her parents that a merchant from another town wished to court her. Barak and his wife were thrilled, never having expected such wonderful news. Tragically, 1 week before the planned meeting, a terrible storm damaged the mountain passes between the trading posts. All travel was suspended for safety, and each community was isolated. Luna was heartbroken that she couldn't see Kai daily as they had been doing. Making matters worse, shortly after the isolation began, Luna fell seriously ill with a fever that swept through the town. For over 3 months, she battled the illness. The sickness completely destroyed her appetite. She could barely eat a few spoonfuls of broth each day. As the months passed, a traveling physician brought medicine that helped people recover. When Luna finally regained her health, she was shocked to discover that her illness had dramatically changed her appearance. She had become slender and delicate, with refined features that made her conventionally beautiful for the first time in her life. Everywhere she went, men who had previously ignored her now stared in admiration. Wealthy merchants began approaching her father with marriage proposals. Luna began feeling incredibly confident and sophisticated. She started believing she was too refined for someone like Kai, who was just a simple traveling musician. When the mountain passes reopened, she went to their meeting spot, knowing he would be waiting. When Kai saw her, he barely recognized her transformed appearance. "My dear Luna, I've missed your gentle smile so much," he said warmly. But Luna responded coldly, feeling superior to him now. Kai thought she was simply upset from their separation, and began playing her favorite melody on his flute. She snapped at him to stop the noise. "Mr. Musician, I have no interest in your simple songs. I only came to tell you that I no longer wish to court you." Kai was devastated by her changed attitude. "I suppose you've never courted a merchant's daughter before, which explains your naive behavior," she said cruelly before leaving, warning him never to contact her again since they were from different social classes. Weeks passed with Kai sending messages through other traders, hoping she would reconsider, but Luna ignored them all. Instead, she entertained the many wealthy suitors now pursuing her. Luna decided to hold a grand competition where eligible bachelors would compete in a test of skill and wit, with the winner earning her hand in marriage. The announcement spread throughout all 5 trading posts. Many accomplished men signed up to compete for the hand of Luna, daughter of the prosperous merchant Barak. Her father even invited nobles and wealthy traders to attend the event. Luna spent the next 4 months preparing for the competition, receiving the finest beauty treatments and new clothing. However, she failed to realize that her illness had caused her transformation. Her eating habits gradually returned to normal, and day by day, her original appearance slowly returned. By the time the 4 months ended, Luna looked much as she had before her illness. She was devastated and tried to cancel the event, but her father refused. "I'm confident you'll find a worthy husband regardless," he assured her. On the competition day, scholars, craftsmen, merchants, and eligible bachelors arrived at the town square, ready to compete for Luna's hand. When Luna was presented to greet the contestants, the men stared in shock. She wasn't the beauty they had expected, and one by one they made excuses and departed. Luna had never felt such humiliation. As she prepared to leave in shame, she spotted a familiar figure. It was Kai, but dressed in fine noble attire, rather than his simple musician's clothes. They locked eyes across the square until a voice interrupted. "Your lordship, your father requests your presence." Luna realized that Kai, like herself, was of noble birth. His father was the lord of one of the 5 trading posts. Because of his passion for music, he would disguise himself as a common musician during his travels, wanting to be appreciated for his art rather than his title. As Luna watched Kai turn and walk away with his entourage, she understood that she had lost a remarkable man who had loved her authentically. It was a tragedy, because she never found true love again, and eventually married an elderly merchant as his second wife purely for financial security. The moral of this story is that you should never abandon those who stood by you during your most difficult times, because such loyal people are increasingly rare in today's world. If you treat them poorly, you may never get another opportunity to have them in your life. Thank you for watching this story today. Please share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and share with your friends and family. Until we meet again, farewell.